All right, shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rahawadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the Agiam and to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing the truth out in faith and in sincerity. All right, and in this lesson, I'm going to be going into how that, everybody is not set up to be a prophet. Everybody is not set up, to be, the men of the Lord, right? Or, the true, and righteous believers, right? No matter how someone may sound, no matter how someone may look on the outside, right? No matter if you think they may have good intentions because of the things that they're saying, it does not matter. Everything that, a person is doing, an individual who, so-called calling himself a prophet, anything they're doing or saying has to be, linked back to the scriptures and what the scriptures say, right? It's not about personal feelings and emotions, right? And catering to people's feelings, right? And what feels good. You can't get caught up in what feels good, because ultimately what feels good will lead to you being destroyed. It said there's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So it might seem right because it feel good, right? But you could be going completely off. All right? You could be going completely off. So you have to watch, right? And pay attention to who you listen to. Because everybody does not have good intentions. Okay? Everybody is not truly warning, what's about to come and stressing, on prophecy, stressing on Jacob's trouble, stressing on the MOTB. Okay? Everybody's not pushing that. And in the times that we're in, right, someone who calls themselves a true prophet of the Lord has to be, involved with what's going on with the times that we're in, right, by, going into the prophecies and seeing what's happening and telling the people and warning them, right? We're telling our people, right, which are the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, which are the Israelites. All right. But I just got a few scriptures. All right, this is Ezekiel 13:4. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts, right? And foxes, it basically they slick. So it's a lot of slick dudes, a lot of slick people in Israel who call themselves Israelites. Right? They're not in it, sincerity. They're not sincere about it. A lot of guys is about gimmicks. It's about getting the money. It's about having fame in Israel. Right? It's what they're in it for. They're in it for strife. All the particular things, right? But not actually building, edifying, right? Warning, right? Teaching the 100% truth. They have other motives, ulterior motives. So ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of Yahweh, right? Made up the hedge or the protection, right? Because they're not properly warning our people, okay, of what's to come. So they can't do the necessary things they need to do and watch out for what they need to watch out for because they're not being properly warned by, the so-called prophets, right, that are out here. You got to remember that the scriptures say false prophets will be out here. Okay, so you got to try the spirit. Okay? To see of what a person is saying is actually lining up with these scriptures. Right? That's an important thing that you cannot skip, right? You can't just be listening into any everybody because they say they Israel, they say shalom, this and that, right? It sound good. Bro, you cannot get caught up on that. Right? And I know it sounds good to be all Israel need to come together. We need to stop all the division. It's not going to happen on this side. There's going to be divisions. All right, the Lord set it up for it to be divisions. It was divisions in his time. Okay? So if you're going to have false prophets, right, on this side, and you're going to also have the righteous prophets, right, how can they come together? There's going to be division, right? All right, then. You have Jeremiah 16:14. They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying peace, peace, when there is no peace, right? You got, people teaching prosperity, right? When we are the furthest away from that. It's not a time, to be prospering or building schools or, the community, the Israelites. We need to fix up the communities. We need to clean up the streets. No, we're not in that time. All right, the Lord is not able for all Israel on this side. He says 2/3 will have to perish. So basically trying to save all of Israel, right, is you're going against the plans and the will of the Lord. All right. By saying that it's a peaceful time, by saying preaching prosperity and all these particular things, you're going against the will of the Lord because you're not properly warning the people. And only the true men in the Lord is going to do that. Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Right, so there's a specific and a particular time for everything, all right, that goes on in the planet Earth. Okay? It says, verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So you have a time of war and you have a time of peace. We're in a time of war right now. Yahushua even said that, it's going to be, wars and rumors of wars, right, before he comes back. So it lets you know what time that we're in. We're in the end times. And a true prophet is supposed to look at those things and be able to identify that, right? And relay that message. All right, scripturally. All right, prophecy is the main focus. All right, everything else, all right, it's irrelevant, honestly, because the prophecies, are the main things that a prophet, right, should be talking about. Okay? Prophecy is the most important. All right? We have, you got, we talk about, charity, we talk about brotherhood. All those things are important, right? They are important. But what I'm saying is that's irrelevant, like the gimmicks and all of the extra BS that people be having going on. Let's focus on prophecy, because that's the most important. This is 2 Esdras 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So by measuring the time diligently in itself, by going to the scriptures, looking at what's going on in the world, right, comparing these things and bringing these things out, right, as being the watchman, all right. But by looking at these things, that's how you're able to know what time we're in, what's going on, right? Because you're looking at the scriptures and you're comparing it to what's going on in the world, all right. That's how you're evaluating the world, by the scriptures, all right. And you're gonna understand. All right, and once you get that understanding, you're supposed to make it plain upon tables, like it says in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, and speak these things. Right, as being a prophet, as being a watchman. Right, because if you're not doing these things, all right, you can't call yourself a true man of the Lord. You can't call yourself a true prophet. All right, this is the main focus. The main focus is just teaching the truth, right, and prophesying. Everything else, right, shouldn't be doing everything else. It's unnecessary. All right. But this is Malachi 3:18. Then shall you return the discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. So it's important for us to discern who is the man in the Lord and who ain't. All right. By who is teaching the truth and who not. Who is actually going into these scriptures, breaking them down, all right, going into prophecy, right? Sincerely just teaching this thing just about the truth. It ain't about all the other extra stuff. Right? We are gonna have to, come to a point to where, the Lord, is guiding us with his spirit and that spirit of truth unto the true teachers. Because if not, the Lord can lead you into the false prophets, right? Just for you to get destroyed. And you won't even know it. You'll think you're in the right. All right, but ultimately it's going to take the Lord's spirit to be upon you to be able to discern. All right? Because a lot of people will be destroyed. But, that's the lesson. And with that, hey, I'm going to say shalom.